Hey guys, so I tried to make this into a TikTok and failed. So we are going through books I found on Booktok. Well, 8 books I found on Booktok, 2 books I found just at Barnes & Noble, and they interested me and I got them. I'm just going to jump right into this and let's get started. So this was the first book. This is the one I am currently reading at the moment. It is called 14 Ways to Die. I don't know if this is just like at Barnes & Noble's where I am or if this is all over. But when you went into the cafe, you got this book for $5 with your cafe purchase. And I was like, $5 thriller? I will take it. And I'm 47 chapters in, which seems like a lot of chapters, but they're very short. I think the longest was like 4 or 5 pages long in a chapter. So that's over 100 pages in. It is about a 17-year-old girl whose mother was murdered 10 years ago. First victim of a serial killer. And she applies to be on a YouTube internet show that follows her around from like 6 a.m. when she wakes up to midnight. And she's trying to use that to find her mother's killer. This is going to be a weird cut. No, it's not. Okay, we're good. Sorry, I thought I was going to sneeze. And I did not want to do that on camera. So, okay, I'm getting distracted. This is really, really good. So far, and I haven't even gotten to the end of it. There are 387. Wow, I transposed numbers. 378 pages of actual like book story. And then there's a Q&A with the author, acknowledgments, author's note, and about the author in the back. Sorry. Yeah, so this is really, really good so far. I'm very glad I picked this up because it has gotten me back into reading now, which is what I was going for. Alright, and the second book that I grabbed that is not on my list is called Conjure Women. It's a young author by the name of Afia Atakora. I probably butchered that, and I am so sorry. And I just realized on the cover, it's a person of color and a white person. I kind of figured when they said, on the back, one of the reviews says, 2 little girls become unlikely friends. So I kind of figured, like, it's based in, Reconstruction era, Southern United States. So I kind of figured, like, because they said unlikely. But I did not realize that there was actually 2, I think they're dolls, on the cover, like a person of color and a white person. Like, I didn't even realize that. It's a book club exclusive edition for Barnes & Noble. So there is a discussion page in the back, which is not in like any other version of the book. There are 395 pages. I'm trying to stay away from hardcovers, but I didn't see a softcover version of this book. And 1, it's beautiful. 2, I almost broke my keyboard. I'm sorry. 2, it's historical fiction, which I love. Anything historical, actually, I love. And I just thought it was, like, very, very interesting. So I grabbed it. I'm sorry, I love new books. And I haven't had them in a while, so it makes me really, really excited. I'm really happy. So this was the second book that was not on my Booktok list. But I grabbed it anyway. So I'm going to go with the other 2 hardcovers that I got. Which I said I was trying to stay away from. And 4 out of my 10 books are hardcover. So just a little bit less than 50% of my books are hardcover. However, sorry. We'll go with it. So I got the Black Flamingo by Dean Atta. Oh, I should have gone over I didn't tell you the author for the first book. So the author for the first book is called Vincent Ralph. And I think this is his debut novel, if I remember correctly. It is his debut novel. And it was released in 2021. So this is a 2021 book. Conjure Women is a 2020 book. Black Flamingo by Dean Atta is a young adult book club from Barnes & Noble, but there isn't like a special thing in the back, I don't think. Those are acknowledgements. Oh, that's a poem. Oh, these are all poems. Why didn't I realize that? I'm so dumb. I'm so sorry. So this is a poem book. Like, it's a book of poems. Like, don't read it, but they're written in verse. I didn't realize that. That is so freaking cool. I've never been, like, a big fan of poems, but, like, recently poems have really intrigued me. So, like, I did not know that this was a poem book. Okay, so, this was in a queer book rec video on TikTok. And the second review that they put on the back says The Black Flamingo is an essential addition to the canon of queer coming-of-age stories. Dean Atta has gifted us with words that are lyrical, hilarious, and intimate. I am obsessed with this book, and you will be too. So that was one. I saw it on TikTok, and it was a queer rec, and I'm really trying to read more queer-centric books. I'm also trying to read more books that are centered around people of color. And then I read that review, and I was like, yeah, I need to read this. And it's got the Stonewall Book Award. There are... I legitimately could have checked this without moving. Technically 403 pages. Yes, 403 pages in it. So, so far all of the books that I grabbed have over 300 pages in it. So, my bad. Okay. So the next book that I got was The Hate You Give. I picked this up today. The Black Flamingo I picked up on Tuesday. Conjure Women I picked up today. And then 14 Ways to Die I picked up on Tuesday. Yes, there we go. Sorry, that was probably a weird stop and play. Sorry. So like I said, I picked up The Hate You Give. I was really interested to read this book when I saw like the movie come out. I have not seen the movie. I should watch it, and I should read this because it gives a very good look into what people of color go through in society. And I'm trying very hard to learn that, without having to repeatedly ask people of color to educate me themselves. So this has the Michael Prince Award for Excellence in Young Adult Literature, and the Coretta Scott King Award. So, like I said, I know almost nothing about this, because I haven't seen the movie, never read the book before, like online or physical copies. So now I have it, and now I can read it. There are... Ooh, the author is very pretty. Angie Thomas is very pretty. She has a very pretty smile. I really hope that doesn't sound creepy. So I'm just trying to, like, there are 444 pages in this book. 444 pages. So we're sticking with the over 300 pages. This cover looks so interesting. Like, the sign is raised, and so, like, the sign that she's holding is raised, so, like, you can feel it. This is nice. And I like the side. I like the black and the red. So, yeah. That one's, the Black Flamingo and The Hate You Give are going to be very informational reads for me to dive into. Now, some of these aren't, like, serious and there's nothing to learn from them. Like the next 4 that I have, they're like not politically, like, I don't want to say, like, politically important, but they're not, like, serious topics, I guess. They might cover serious topics. I honestly don't know about most of them. But, like, I don't know. Alright, so this is the last hardcover that I got. I got from Blood and Ash, the first book of the Blood and Ash series. Yeah. It's from Blood and Ash, which is red and black and green, and then the white, gold, and bronze second book, and then the third book is, like, from Gilded Bones or something. So I got the first one. I'm sorry, it's just I looked at the author and then realized that they were talking about 2 other authors that were not this author on the back. And I'm like, I mean, you can compare their writing styles, but I wouldn't, like, I don't know. What's wrong with this? What's on you? I just keep gasping, but, like, what is on the side of this book? What is that? What's on my book? Well, it's my book now. It wasn't my book 3 days ago. I need to stop or I'm going to cry. Okay, so I got from Blood and Ash the first book in a trilogy. It's a thick boy. Look at that. Look at that. It's a thick boy. The cover... So this right here, if you've ever seen Supernatural, it reminds me of, like, if the Angel Blade from Supernatural had carvings on it. That's what it looks like to me. But, like I said, this was definitely ranted and raved, on Booktok. So, fairies, action, death, why not? So I got the first book in the trilogy and not the entire trilogy, just to make sure that I enjoyed the author's writing as well as the story. Yeah, the story. I did not know the name. Okay, so the main character's name is Poppy. And that makes me think of the Poppy Wars, which is another trilogy that's on my list. That's just where my brain went. Okay, how many books? How many pages, buddy? There is a page in the back that says Discover 1001 Dark Nights Collection 7. So are these, like, supposed to... From Blood and Ash is on here. Are these supposed to be, like, books with in it? The Prince was written by this author? You're joking. No, I did not. I don't know authors, okay? I didn't write down authors. I wrote down book names, like the titles. So I didn't write down authors. I should have, obviously. I should have written down authors. Oh, this is the Wicked trilogy. Okay. Yes, that is also on my list. So the Prince, the King, and the Queen are all on my list. Just have to get them, I should say. Okay, so A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire is one of the books from... That must be the second one then. Because I know Gilded Bones is the third one. So the second one, I keep hitting the whatever it's called, tripod with the book. So the second book in the Ash and Fire, I can't even remember. From Blood and Ash, the second book in the trilogy is A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. I'm getting so lost. We are 17 minutes in. And it's 487 pages long. So again, over 400-page book. This is not one that I can bring to work with me and read. I brought this one to work with me yesterday and read it on my break, which was fine. This one I don't think is one I can bring to work with me. Just gonna put that out there. All right. So, the last 5 books I have are all paperbacks. 3 of which I got today, 2 of which I got Tuesday. From Blood and Ash I got on Tuesday. Okay. I knew I was forgetting something about that book. So, the next 2 I got on Tuesday. So, I got One Last Stop, which is a sapphic romance. Based in New York City. I just went silent for a good minute, 45 seconds to a minute. I did not fully understand the premise of this book. Like, I knew part of it. I really didn't know that. Oh my god. I had no idea. That's interesting. Okay, so One Last Stop is a sapphic romance, as I said, by Casey McQuiston. I have 2 Casey McQuiston books, and I didn't realize that. And they're both, one is lesbian, and the other is gay. So, we love that at this point. Why do these pages look different? Why are these pages different? You guys can't fully notice the difference like I can, but like these pages look different than these. I don't know. I'm getting distracted again. So this is about a girl who moves to New York City. Her train commute is supposed to be boring, and it's not. And she meets another girl that she thinks is very, very beautiful on the train. And I didn't know that they included this on the back, but I don't want to, like, say it I don't know, it might make you guys even more interested. It's in the description on the back, and I did not know that this was a component in this book until just now. That's why I was so shocked. But it says the other girl is literally displaced in time from the 1970s. I did not know this was a time travel book. I had no idea that you time travel. Time travel? Time travel. How many pages are you, my guy? My girl? My guy? What is this? Okay, so technically, there's 417 pages. But this is a letter in the back. So there's 415 pages, but we're going to say 417 and leave it at that. Another Casey McQuiston book that I didn't realize was Casey McQuiston. I got Red, White, and Royal Blue. Okay? I did. I did. Okay? I did. I couldn't stop myself. It was gay. And I'm very into men at the moment. I'm someone who identifies as a man and is very into men at the moment, so. And this, I'm not going to admit what it reminds me of, but it reminds me of something. It reminds me of a straight something, but it's a different premise, but it does involve, like, a president, like, being the child of a president. So that's what it reminds me of. But one, it's straight, and two, the love interest is not someone from another country. So that's what it reminds me of. I don't want to get into that. I have a very regretful childhood at this point. I'm not getting into that. Okay. But this is about, a man, a human, whose parent, gender neutral terms, becomes president of the United States. And this human does not like the child of the King and Queen of England. And the diplomacy is... Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted reading it. I'm doing really bad today with staying focused. So yeah, Red, White, and Royal Blue. I got that on Tuesday as well. So the last 3 books that I have here, I got today, on Thursday. So I got The Kinder Poison, which I know nothing about. It just looked very interesting. So I grabbed it. This was obviously in, a video on TikTok. I unsaved all of the videos that I had saved when I made my list. So I don't know what was in, excuse me, I don't know what was in the video and, like, what they described this as. But they described it as something, and it was very, very interesting. And I put it on my list. That must have been it. So, it's a death-defying race. So that must have been what got me. Because I was really, really interested, in, like, the prison race movies. The Death Race movies I really, really liked. They were on Netflix for a while. I don't know if they're still there. But I really liked, the Death Race movies. And The Crossing is basically a death race. So that's probably why I got this. So I would read it instead of watch it. And I forgot to tell you how many pages were in Red, White, and Royal Blue. Oh, the author is Natalie May. I like how they did this, like, writing. It's very interesting. And look at the colors, like on the back, like the blue and the purple. Okay. Acknowledgements. Epilogue. 402 pages. 402. So, all of my books are over 300 pages at this point. Definitely Red, White, and Royal Blue. There's no way this is less than 400 pages. No friggin' way. Stop moving. It's 440 pages. Okay. So I got All the Stars and Teeth. I thought it was All the Stars Are Teeth. It's All the Stars and Teeth. Princess, Pirate, Stowaway, Mermaid. The Crew Makes the Queen. I've been really into pirate books. I have a lot of pirate books on my list. And I saw this one. And it's on my list, but I didn't know it was about pirates. So I grabbed it. Sorry. So the author is Adeline Grace. Master of Souls? Soul magic? Okay. I also can't wait to read this one. But I should not start 4 books at once. I should not start 4 books at once. I need to finish the one I started or else I'll never finish one. But look at the colors. Look at it. Oh, it's so pretty. And look at the purple. Oi, 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 oi. Look at the purple. I'm sorry. I said oi and my cat kind of moved and then decided that he was not. Jeez. That's a cat hair, by the way. And then decided he was not intrigued and went back to sleep. So this, is there a second book? Maybe? Get off my shirt. There is another book in the back here. There's another book to the series. I didn't know this was It's at least a duology because there's another book. All the Tides of Fate. So the first 2 chapters of that are in the back. I made sure not to read it. And there are 373 pages. No, that's the acknowledgements. I don't read the acknowledgements. I'm weird. 368 pages. So again, over 300. Yeah. I also had, I know I had a video in my saved that was like, starter books to get you back into reading that are 100 pages, 200 pages or less. None of these. None of them. All right. Last book that I got today was Shadow and Bone. Now, it's basic. I know it's basic. But I'm intrigued. So, I was going to get the first book of Shadow and Bone and the first book of Six of Crows. So I was going to get the first book in a trilogy and the first book in a duology. But I decided I would get the first book that she's written and see if I liked the story and the writing style before I grabbed anything else. I thought this through. But they both said enter the Grishaverse. So does that mean that all of these books are tied together? Or is that just who they signed with? Or is that just what Netflix is calling it? I don't know. Look at that. Look Look at that. Okay, again, I have no idea what this, like, no full idea what this is about. Okay, so it's magical. As always, obviously. Again, Booktok. Yeah, and I'm just really, like, there's chapters of the next book in the back of this one, too. I'm telling you. Is there? Or is this just... Haha, there is. So, it's chapters of Book 2, Siege and Storm. So, it's Shadow and Bone, Siege and Storm, Ruin and Rising. Then it's Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. Then it's King of Scars and Rule of Wolves. Which, all of those are on my list. Oh, there's discussion questions in the back of this one, too. Don't read them. They contain spoilers. I did not think there was going to be discussion questions in the back of this book. Because it doesn't say that there are... Oh. And this isn't a sticker that comes off. There's a note. There's a letter. There's a very long letter. Oh, and it's a bonus material. Okay, so this has 350. That's the acknowledgements. After. Okay. So there's 356 pages in this book. The acknowledgements, and then there's a letter in the back, which I will have to read, obviously, after I read the book, so that I don't spoil anything. I had to put it down. Okay. So that was the video. I'm so glad I did not try and upload this on TikTok. Maybe I'll try again and do like a short version of it. I talk too much and get too distracted. Maybe I'll just do, I don't want to do 10 1-minute videos though. I really don't want to do that. Okay. So I got all of these at Barnes & Noble. I don't know if you guys want to know like prices. I'll try and go in like the order I started with. So like I said, this I got for $5 even. But the original price is $10.99. So it's $5 even without tax. I don't know what the tax was. But the original is $10.99. This one was $27 because it was a hardback. But if you can see in the corner, it says 20% off. This one was $18.99. The Hate You Give was also $18.99. From Blood and Ash was $31.99. One, it's hardback. Hardcover. Two, it is a more popular book that a lot of people are buying. So, like, it's taller than a normal book. So, I kind of am not shocked that it was a lot more pricey. What did I do next? One Last Stop was next. One Last Stop was $16.99. I am 90% sure Red, White, and Royal Blue was also $16.99. The Kinder Poison was $11.99. I only saw the Kinder Poison in like 1 or 2 videos, whereas I saw Shadow and Bone in multiple videos. I saw One Last Stop, Red, White, and Royal Blue, from Blood and Ash. Those I saw like more than once, like more than twice, but this I only saw like once or twice. So it was $11.99. All the Stars Are Teeth was $10.99. I only saw this again in like 1 or 2 videos, so it's not horrendously popular. And then Shadow and Bone was $12.99. Probably because it's in paperback. And what else did I stop mentioning? Oh, the years. So I think the only 2021 books I got, if I have 2, was 14 Ways to Die. I'm 90% sure that was the only 2021 book I have. Yeah. So the rest of them should be 2020 books. And I know for a fact that Shadow and Bone blew up in 2020. This was released in 2012. I was like 8. Oh my god. Okay, so 2020. Black Flamingo, I think, was 2020 as well. Yep, Black Flamingo was 2020. The Hate You Give was before 2020. It was like 2018, 2019, something like that. Right? I'm not losing my mind. Yes, no, I was a year off. This was 2017. From Blood and Ash is either 2020 or 2021. I don't think it goes back as far as 2019. It could, though. I'm not going to say, like, that's impossible. Copyright 2020. I don't know why I'm checking the copyrights for you guys. I just feel like doing that right now, so that's what we're doing. One Last Stop is either 2020 or 2021. Like, there's no way. One Last Stop was 2021. Red, White, and Royal Blue is 2020 or 2021 as well. I think I'm leaning towards 2020 because it takes a while to write a book. Oh, 2019, May of 2019. The Kind of Poison, I think, is new. I need to stop saying that because I'm wrong all the time. 2020. All the Stars are and Teeth. I really think it's Our Teeth, but it's not. Oh, this was 2021 too. Okay, cool. Okay, so this was 2021. And then obviously we already went over Shadow and Bone, which was 2012. Okay. 40 minutes later, we're finally through all of these because I talk too much. But yeah, so Booktok got me back into reading, and I'm very happy that I am back into reading because I've missed it a lot more than I thought I did at this point. So yeah, thank you guys for watching my chaos, and I will upload this as soon as possible. Thanks, guys. Bye.